Hi Leo, I hope that everybody's doing well. Before we get into it, let us set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. I'm seeing reflecting that's happening, and also it being necessary to wait on something. Maybe you're waiting to figure something out, or maybe you just feel like you need to be more patient with yourself and within the reflecting that you're doing. You could also be growing impatient because you feel alone. It feels like one of those moments where it's like, I know I need time to myself to reflect, but I don't want to be alone. Like maybe something like that. Or maybe you just feel like you're not connecting in the ways that you want to be connecting. It feels too like you're setting boundaries as well when it comes to what you feel like is even fair at times to you with the Six of Pentacles here. It's like wanting to make sure that you're being like treated and valued in the ways that you want to be treated and valued. Especially when it comes to the Emperor over here, which the Emperor can be someone in your life that maybe playing some sort of authoritarian role in your life. But this can also be you stepping into more of that energy. It's like you're getting more disciplined and getting more familiar with how you want things to be happening, what's okay with you, what's not okay with you, how you want to be treated, how you want to be compensated for what you're doing as well. Ooh, you're walking away from something. Maybe you feel too advanced for something and it's not fulfilling to you anymore and you don't want to do it. It's like you may be seeking something where you feel like you're better fit, especially for the qualities that you have and what you have to offer, maybe skills that you have. It's like you want to do something with it and maybe different than what you're doing right now, and maybe you don't feel like you're being compensated. This can even be that moment of you being at a job and being like, you know what, I want to get higher up and I need to figure out how to do that, things like this. It feels like you're looking for a better match. That can be related to so many different things. But it feels like this like part of your persona that you've developed and now you're like looking for the right place. It kind of reminds me of like sorry, my nose is itching. When you develop a part of yourself and you feel like you have developed to the point of maybe even feeling out of place within your environment, it's about like now finding the right environment for you to fit into. Whether that's the same place that you're staying in and you're shifting your perspective, or you're actually going out to find a different environment. Honestly, I'm getting like such a specific message right now. So this may just resonate for one person in particular. It's almost like you could have grown up in a small town even where certain things, like it could have been like more religious or more conservative even, and it's like part of your identity that's not like really what resonates with you. And so because you've like stepped more into who you feel you are and your identity in that way, maybe you feel like you've grown like too big or too much outside of what is normal for the environment you're in. And so it's like, rather than wanting to be in like a small town where people are more maybe like even closed-minded or bigoted, it's like, I want to go to the city, or I want to be around other people, or I want to be somewhere more fluid, you know, things like that. That's kind of what this feels like. But this can be related to so many different things. This can be related to you like within a job, within a relationship. But yeah, it feels like this development of who you believe you are, and finding something that feels up to par with where you are now at this point in time. And really not accepting anything that's less than what you feel you deserve as well. I'm looking at Aries and Cancer here. It feels like you making... Yeah, it feels like you even making the decision to be like, I'm leaving something because it doesn't feel fulfilling to me anymore. It feels like that was a really more difficult thing to even get to the point of, for you to be ready to be like, I'm starting something new, or I'm going to go explore. I'm heading in a new direction now. For some of you, you're even moving. You're moving or you're transitioning somewhere with the Chariot. This can also be metaphorically speaking, but for some of you it may be literal, like you can actually literally be moving to a new place. Or even for some of you this can be about even purchasing something. It's like a space that you're going to be using for some of you. Interesting. Somewhere to work on like your art or your projects. You may also feel like there are certain opportunities right now that you're shying away from when it comes to you connecting with other people, because you're working on your stability right now, and maybe you feel like you don't want to be affected by other people's energies. It's like maybe people that have different agendas than you right now. Maybe you also just feel like you're in a place where you're more protective over your energy in general. It's like you're trying to manifest certain things and make particular things happen. And so, like anyone that's kind of not within that groove, you may be even like stepping away from for a little bit right now. This can be family members, friends. It's like maybe you also are trying to be more deliberate with what you're doing, and you feel like some people's energy is more distracting. It's like certain people that are more concerned with like partying or having fun, but in ways that you feel maybe lower your vibration even. So it's something you don't want to be a part of. You feel like it somehow, I'm hearing tampers with your stability. This can even be like mental stability, spiritual stability, energetic stability. Ooh, what is this? I'm seeing that there's an offer coming through. But someone's feeling a type of way about this. Why? It's like, do you want to make an offer to someone and you're really anxious about it, or is this about you being on the receiving end? Well, energies can always be reversed, so... I'm seeing Neptune, which is Pisces, and Scorpio here. Maybe highlights of your chart or the person that you're involved with. I'm seeing someone come through and want to make an offer, but they're super nervous about it. Super, super nervous. They don't know how you're going to respond. Ooh, they might be intimidated as well. Seeing definitely like a commanding type of energy for you, Leo. Like I'm seeing a very big embodiment of fire here. Specifically Aries energy. I'm seeing Aries and Neptune and Scorpio all connected here. So if this is you that's going to make an offer to somebody, or it's like you've been thinking about it, it's like you want to make sure that the offer that you're giving to this person is stable and sure. This is like making sure that you're approaching this person in the correct way. And maybe that's also why you feel caught up in your head, because you know that like if you come at them the wrong way, that they may even feel disrespected by this. Very interesting. So it's like something you really need to think about, how you want to approach this person, but getting to the point where maybe you're ready to even approach them differently than you had in the past. It seems like you understanding, maybe even, okay, I'm seeing this very clearly. You may feel called to take action, okay? You want to make an offer to somebody, you want to do it the right way. You having the desire to do something and then also being hit with anxiety when you think about this may be indicating something that you need to more fully understand, maybe about your intention, maybe about what you're doing, maybe about how you're going about doing that thing. Because it feels like you want to do something and you want to do it in the right way, but you may need to understand it more completely, and that's also going to then change the way that you're doing this, if that makes sense. Because you want to feel confident about what it is that you're doing, and not in a way where it's like you're going out and showboating or this is about your ego. This is about you being confident because you know that this is in alignment for you and your agenda and what you're trying to do and who you're trying to be involved with, who you want to be part of your journey. Yes. It feels like this is the motion of getting into alignment when maybe you'd been having a more difficult time translating like certain signals and signs that you were getting. It's like maybe you were experiencing anxiety and thinking that the catalyst of it was something other than what it actually was. And this feels like we're getting all on the same page here with what we're feeling and where it's coming from and what that means. Feels too like because you're going through a big change as well right now and kind of like less fighting yourself. I'm seeing big emphasis on Scorpio energy here, which all of us have. Because you're going through this transition right now, there's a sense of coming out into a place where, because there's like the breakdown and the shedding that's happening, you're able to like feel more and get more in touch with yourself as well. And maybe in a way that before you hadn't been willing to get vulnerable in that way, and so you were feeling disconnected. It's like maybe certain things you weren't ready to take a chance with yet. I'm also seeing something going on with a past person. I'm seeing a message coming through. This is somebody that you know. This is someone you could have been in a relationship with in the past. Somebody that may be interested in that again. Interesting. Okay. I'm seeing, it feels like whoever this person is, because this could be you wanting to message someone from the past, whoever this person is that's doing the messaging, their intention is to have a balanced relationship with someone, but a relationship can look many, many different ways. Like, it can be platonic, or it can be romantic, or it can be some sort of business partnership, but I am seeing this look more personal. Maybe even more official in a way. This can even be a proposal. But why is the Nine of Wands here? Okay. I'm seeing boundaries being set. I'm seeing somebody coming through, making an offer, and there be a question of whether or not this... I'm hearing has integrity. It's like whether or not this is balanced to you. It's like their intention may be to come across in this way, but I'm seeing like you have boundaries, maybe because of past things that have happened with this person, and you're like, I'm not accepting any offer from you unless this is something that's balanced, unless I'm treated in the way I want to be treated. And there's a sense of you like really being caught up in your head about this, and I'm getting that the other person is too, for whatever reason. It's like definitely shared anxiety on both sides. I'm looking at Aries here, and I'm looking at Neptune, Scorpio, Cancer. I'm seeing you finding yourself in a position where you may even be understanding your identity differently than you had been before. Maybe even what it means to be in the place where you are. Because this can be like you're in a place and maybe feel like certain things need to happen because of like your identity or who you think you are now at this point in time. And it's like whatever title this is that you've created for yourself, or identity, or like this empire that you've built, whatever the emperor is for you, there's a sense of like seeing this differently than you had been before, and maybe also what that means to you. Because I'm seeing like is something may even not be all that it was made out to be. Maybe something even that you achieved and you're like, you know what, I don't feel satisfied within this. It's like you could have even built yourself up to get to a certain place, and you're like, when I think about it, I don't emotionally feel fulfilled, or I don't spiritually feel fulfilled, and this is something that I want to change. And it's like, because you're recognizing that you're not satisfied, it feels like you could have been involved in something that was even more structured, whether this was you putting yourself in a place that was more structured, or you being involved in some sort of like company or university or something. It's something that just isn't working for you anymore. Again, I'm getting something about structure. It's like maybe you feel like the suit that you have to wear to play this role, it doesn't allow you to like breathe or move in the way that you want to, metaphorically speaking. And it's like the suit looks very nice on you, like you wear it very well, but there's a sense of being like, do you feel happy in this suit? Do you want to stay in it? Like, I'm seeing it almost be like you get to this place where people look at you in a certain way, but you may even feel untouchable at times, and you want to connect with people. So maybe we're understanding again, like, what this role or what this status really means to us, and if we feel fulfilled in that place. Because it seems like you're about to go through another dark night of the soul, or transition, or something that really switches things up again for you. And it's because you're looking for satisfaction now. And maybe there were certain things that you needed to do and sacrifices that you needed to make in order to like establish your place in where you are now. And only leading up until now, like you had to get to this place in order to find fulfillment in a way that's actually going to feel satisfying to you, in a way where you're going to find what you're looking for actually. So it feels like all of these steps that have been taken have been very much necessary for you. And now I'm seeing this as just like you going through this transition is one more difficult thing for you to do in order for you to actually find what you're looking for. Because I'm seeing the Eight of Cups leading into the Ten of Cups. And that's the whole point of the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is like, I'm going to find my fulfillment. And the Ten of Cups is that fulfillment. It's like discovering this thing and overcoming obstacles and challenges on the way to actually secure that for yourself. So know too that it's not going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it because you're going to find what it is that you seek here. I'm also seeing something about starting something new, and this also being a chance that you're taking, but something that you're going to be successful with. I'm also seeing something about an offer from somebody from the past, and I don't know how you feel about this. It looks kind of karmic. I'm seeing that you've been working on stuff when it comes to your job and doing things that feel in alignment for you. Like you may do something that has to do with like spirituality, philosophy, values, belief systems, higher education even. You could be in school, teaching. Anything that is like teaching people about health, mental health, physical health. Any type of education. You can even be going abroad. You could be a translator. Stuff with languages. The interesting thing that I'm seeing here is that I'm seeing an offer that's not taken. I'm seeing it have to do with someone from the past that wants to get together with you. It's like somebody wants to have a reunion with you. This can even be like an old friend that you lost touch with. Or family. I'm seeing like a really solid connection with this person but for whatever reason I'm seeing the offer not being taken, or like someone doesn't feel inspired to take the offer. And then I'm also looking at a karmic test that's also related to what it is that you're working on right now. What it is that you're building, like goals that you have, what it is that you're studying even. You could be studying something. Learning. Could be learning things about like spirituality, religion even. Something that you're going to end up doing for work or a job, or it's going to like further help you. You could be like even taking courses relevant to like your dream job. Okay. It's really interesting because I don't know if it's you that's intending to make this offer to someone, or if this is coming in and like half of you it could be one way and half of you it could be the other, but I'm seeing something that's like really being worked on. Like I'm seeing spirit directly telling you to work on something. It has to do with like stability, and it also has to do with like seriousness and like being genuine with the actions that you're taking as well. It's like really being thoughtful about what you're doing too, and wanting to work on even the delivery of certain things. Because I'm seeing something that you're so well suited for, and there's a sense of like really wanting to like manicure this correctly in order to actually do it. Because I'm seeing this be really important, and I'm seeing this be it's almost like I'm seeing spirit like having sent you on a mission to do something. And you know that you're meant to be doing this, and you know that it's something you're meant to be working on in order to actually do this properly. I'm seeing it have to do with like a delivery or something that you're presenting to someone. But again, making sure that you do it in the right way. And there's like so much anxiety around that. It's like wanting to make sure that you do it in the right way, not wanting to mess this thing up, like knowing that you're gonna do the best that you can, but also wanting to invest as much like effort into doing this the right way. Very interesting. It seems like the more you are the more you are leaning on the Hierophant in whatever way that means to you. This is like your higher self, your higher knowing, spirit, your spiritual beliefs, your morals, your values, your moral compass, your system, whatever is right to you. It seems like the more you are working in alignment with that, the more everything on a whole is falling into place, the more you know which decisions are right for you because they are in alignment, not because it pleases or displeases the ego. So this is all about understanding that. And it's too getting comfortable tucking that away and being like, I want to let my higher self make decisions for me. And feeling the relief that comes with that, and the sense of like peace that you feel within you because you're making decisions that are right for you and not just making decisions out of being in survival mode. It's like you making really empowering choices here. And I'm just seeing something that feels like even maybe an attitude shift that has happened, and maybe something slowly over time. It's like maybe when you look at yourself now versus where you were a couple years ago even, you feel so different. Maybe even you feel like you're being perceived differently than you had been in the past. Like I'm just seeing you be even taken more seriously, or even like feeling like you're being taken more seriously than you had in the past. It's like maybe even a role or like identity that you always wanted to play or something you wanted to live up to but never quite felt like you fit in those shoes. It's like finally you feel like you fit in those shoes now. And it feels authentic to you. It doesn't feel like you're trying or like faking it to make it. It feels like that's really you now. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. To go over the signs really quickly, I'm looking at Aries, Neptune, Scorpio, Cancer, Taurus, and the Sun on the bottom of the deck. Okay, my friends, I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.